Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about looking forward and not back. Now we see in the Bible the story of God leading his people onto his plans and purposes that are good for them. And there are a number of verses that we can think of when we think of God leading us and God guiding us into his plans. The most well-known one is Jeremiah 29:11, of course. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. And there's also Proverbs 3:5-6, which makes that kind of promise a little bit more conditional, but of course that's perfectly biblical. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him and he will make your paths straight. So there's 4 points I want to draw out from these verses. The importance, firstly, number one, of focusing on the road ahead. Now we've all had difficulties in our lives, we've all had struggles, but there are times when we have to let those things go and forgive ourselves at times. And don't forget that the fact that you have survived, the fact that you have been through those difficulties and you have learned and grown in your experiences. God kept you around for a reason. So it's more important, rather than focusing on the past, than to think about what is God's purpose for you now and the future, and focus on that and pour your life into it. Secondly, stop looking around for easy answers. You can go to any bookshop and you'll find a whole host of books on quick fixes and quick answers to difficulties, and often it's in Christian bookshops as well. The only difference with the Christian books is there's often they're titled things like seven heavenly keys to success or spiritual fulfillment or whatever it is. The truth is that life is at times difficult, and there are no easy quick fix solutions. The fact that your life is difficult doesn't mean that you are on the wrong path. There's an old preacher quote that I really quite like that says, if you don't come face to face with the devil sometimes, you must be going in the same direction as he is. So, thirdly, stay on the path, stay on your own path. Not everybody will applaud you for your path. Not everybody will agree with you on your path. But keep in mind that you need to have knowledge of what your gifting is and have knowledge of what he has been saying to you and what he is saying to you. So keep your communication with God through good times and bad times. Fourthly and finally, believe in yourself. God does. I was studying a book a while ago by a chap called Jordan Peterson, who is a professor of psychology at University of Toronto. Some of you may have heard of him. And one of his rules for life is treat yourself like somebody you are responsible for helping. And I think that's really helpful. Believe in yourself. Believe that you are valuable to God, and therefore you're worthy of others valuing you also. It's not good to keep beating yourself up. Sometimes you need to forgive yourself. Sometimes you have to allow God to release you from the past. And this is a key to overcoming fear, anxiety and depression. Valuing yourself, treating yourself well. It's your responsibility. Be kind to yourself, and that will help you to fulfill God's purposes for your life. Critics may say you have failed. God alone knows your potential. And if you're willing to trust him and work hard, he will help you fulfill it. So a reminder of that verse that I started off with, Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. Have a fantastic day.